Good Wednesday morning. Well, we're going through some Psalms that have a great impact in my life and are a great help to me. And Psalm 37 is another one. This is one of those Psalms that is just an amazing help to me. In Psalm 37, verse number 1, it's a Psalm of David. He reminds us to fret not because of evildoers. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against workers of iniquity. We're in a society when people who are living in sin seem to be the happiest and most prosperous people you'll ever want to meet. The Hollywood starlets, the sports stars, the musicians, living lascivious lives, multiple divorces, and they've got all the fame, all the recognition, the big houses. During this past pandemic, they're all doing their videos from home, we're all in this together. And I'm thinking to myself, no, we're not. You're in a mansion with servants, and we're all in this together? I don't think so. While you're swimming in your pool, and I'm out here, at one point we were hand pumping water because the power was out and we didn't have any water, no, we're not all in it together. And sometimes we tend to fret, don't we? When somebody who's living wickedly seems to prosper. It's how we think. It's how our human brain works. Well, God gave us Psalm 37 so that we wouldn't be that way. That we could cast down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity every thought unto the obedience of Christ, as Paul reminded the Corinthian church. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. Why? For they shall soon be cut down like the grass, and wither as the green herb. Then he tells you this, so helpful. Trust in the Lord and do good. I hear people all the time saying, you just need to trust the Lord. We need to finish the rest of that verse. Trust in the Lord and do good. All we want to do is, we're going to just trust the Lord. No, we also need to do good. So shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. A man could say, I'm going to trust the Lord for my provision. But if he won't go to work, if he won't go hoe in the garden, if he won't plant the seeds, if he won't do the things necessary, then how can he say that he will be fed? But if I trust in the Lord and do good, so shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Then he says, delight thyself also in the Lord. So I'm to delight in the Lord. The things of the Lord should be my delight. Do I love to go and assemble with the saints at church? Or do I think I'm just as spiritual to look up a little devotion and post it on Facebook? Do I think I'm just as spiritual to find a verse to post every day to let my friends know that God's number one in my life? He's my most important friend. He's my best friend forever. Is that the kind of Christianity we really got? Or do we delight ourselves in the Lord? And when we do, it says, he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. You wonder why you don't have the desires of your heart fulfilled? It's because you're not delighting in the Lord and discovering what his desire for you is. Trust him and do good. Commit thy way unto the Lord. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. Our ways are not committed to the Lord because our ways are our ways. We're doing it our way. We're picking the things that make us the most happy. We're going our direction. We're coming up with our ideas. We're choosing our friends. We're choosing our career paths. We're doing the things a way that make us the most happy. But if we would commit our way unto the Lord, if we would say, Lord, the way that I'm wanting to go, I'm going the way you are commanding me to go. Now we're on to something. We can trust in him, and he will bring it to pass. And he shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light, and thy judgment as the noonday. And finally, rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. Rest in the Lord. Just pour yourself into his eternal rest and say, God, I believe you're going to do everything that you've promised that you'll do for me. Rest in the Lord, wait patiently. Fret not thyself because of him that prospers in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. Don't let the wicked world set your joy for the day. trust in the Lord. Psalm 10 is a great help. We're going to look at part 2 of that tomorrow.